Okay, so I'm going to read you a story on Bitcoin. Yeah, very interesting to note. It was a warm evening, I think, around 2010, and Mr. Laszlo, a young programmer of his age with passion for technology. Oh, this guy so much love technology, right? He sat on his cluttered desk in his home in Florida, right? The glow of the computer screen illuminated from his face. He scrolled through an online forum called Bitcoin Talk. Bitcoin, a new digital currency, had been around for over a year, but it was still a mystery actually for most people. Laszlo, however, fascinated by it, had been mining Bitcoin for months. Yeah, he has been doing this for a long period of time, right? So, using his computer to solve complex mathematical problems and coins, he earned coins. By now, he had accumulated thousands of them, but they were they were just numbers on his screen, worthless to most of the world. Meaning that he had all these coins stored with him, but they were useless. They're just like having coins on the number on the dashboard, reading for nothing there, right? So there was one certain day he sat down, leaned back to his chair, staring at the ceiling. He had been coding all day. He has been programming in literal terms. He has been programming all day, and his stomach growled loudly. His stomach was itching that day. He craved for something warm, cheesy, and comforting, right? Something like a pizza, right? Then, but he didn't feel like leaving the house or digging through the wallet of cash. Then an idea struck him. Guess what happened? What if he could use the pizza? If you could use the money to actually the coin, the Bitcoin to buy pizza, it would be fun and a fun experiment. A way to prove to to the world that digital currency could be used in real world transactions. Follow me through. With a mixed excitement and nervous feeling, Laszlo posted on the forum, right? I will pay 10,000 bitcoins to a couple of for a couple of pizza, maybe two large ones, so I have some left over the next day. He just randomly came online and made this post that he will actually pay um, 10,000 bitcoins for just a couple of pizza or just two big slices, right? He waited, unsure if anyone would take him up on the offer. To his surprise, a user named Jekos responded. They struck a deal. Jekos could order two pizza from Papa John's and have them delivered to Lazo address for exchange of 10,000 bitcoin. You could imagine 10,000 bitcoins was sold for just two pizza. The next day, the doorbell rang. Lazo opened the door to find a delivery driver holding two stream box of pizza. He grinned from ear to ear. He had worked. He handed over he handed over the Bitcoin just like that. The real first Bitcoin transaction was completed just like that. $10,000 worth of Bitcoin was handed over to someone, a stranger from nowhere, just founded in a forum, right? Yeah. Years later, Lazo sat in the same house. Now a father of two, Bitcoin had exploded in value, and the 10,000 coins he had spent on those pizza were now worth millions. People often ask him if he regretted it, throwing away a fortune for a couple of pizza. But Lazo always smiled, just like I'm smiling now, because I wonder how I would have looked at myself before. Like, damn, 10,000 Bitcoin for two pizza. He smiled and shook his head. This was his normal response to people when they come. No, he would say. He would say, no, I don't regret it. Those pizzas were more just food. They, I know I'm laughing anyways. They were proof that Bitcoin could work. Well, this was a man with determination to prove that Bitcoin really worked. Yeah, they were the start of something big. Wow. They were the start of something big. This was his words. One evening, as he sat with his family around the dinner table, his young daughter asked him about the story of Bitcoin Pizza. He told her the tale, her eyes dwindling with wonder. So, Daddy, she said, titling her head, was it the most expensive pizza in the world? Like, was it the most expensive? Why would you spend 10,000 Bitcoin to buy that pizza? Was it the most expensive pizza in the world? Lazo laughed, ruffling her hair. He laughed, yeah, ruffling her head. Maybe, he said, but you know what? I was, but you know what he said? It was worth every penny because it wasn't just about pizza, in his words. It was about believing in something new, something no one else could see yet. As he looked around the table, his family, Lazarus, felt a deep sense of gratitude. The Bitcoin pizza story wasn't just a quickly front note in stories, it was a reminder of how far he had come, how much the world has changed, and how sometimes the smallest act of faith can lead to the biggest revolutions. And also, every year in May 2022, yeah, Lazo and his family celebrate Bitcoin Pizza Day, not just nod to history, but but as a celebration of curiosity, courage, and power of believing in the possible. The end. This is very, very interesting story to go through. I think my own take and key points from here is that he believed in something that no one else in the world could believe in his own generation and time. And funny enough, our own time, we are in a generation where if it's not working for the rest of the others, or let's say if it's not working for two, three people, they are done for that thing. You couldn't even go back looking and trying to see how to push that thing into life. In the generation I am in currently, I'm very, very certain that if I was the one, I wouldn't have that faith in that. I wouldn't have so much faith in such things. But well, thank God for Lazo and thank God for his belief in Bitcoin. Currently, at least we know that lives has been changed, lives has been transformed just through Bitcoin. Thank you. See you same time on my YouTube. Subscribe and share. Bye.